Hello people, we're gonna have video for day 4 officially of the ESP for Business offered at Sevam. So let's get this started. Today we're gonna work only with the present simple, okay? We're not gonna work with this right now. Let's cut to the chase. So the present simple. Present simple is the most common tense, and it's a verb tense we use for true facts. When we are talking about this, it's like things that are in one way and they're always like that. For example, we can say that 2 plus 2 equals 4. That is a fact. We can change that, all right? Usually these facts are expressed in verb to be, and the verb to be we have already studied is in simple present. We also use the simple present to talk about permanent situations, things that don't change or at the moment of speaking are just like that. For example, I live in Mérida. For example, I love cheese. I like coffee. Those could be permanent situations. We also use the simple present to talk about habits. For example, she drinks coffee every morning. We could say he uses the bus to go to work. So it's like a habit. I brush my teeth every morning. Those are habits. Now, with habits, it's important to use a time marker. You have to say what time or when this habit is happening or how often this habit is happening. For example, I sometimes go to my friend's house. That is, I go, that's simple present. And we also use the simple present to talk about current actions. Actions that are happening at that time of speaking. For example, we have a class. That is something that is happening right now. Let's check the structure then. The simple present structure for the affirmative, it's this one. We have a subject, we can have a verb, and we will have a complement. Digo el comentario nuevamente. En español nosotros podemos omitir el sujeto. En inglés nunca se debe omitir el sujeto. Nunca es omnisciente, nunca es obvio, nunca se debe eliminar el sujeto. So, we have some examples here. They work at Macy's. They, the subject, work, the verb, and we have a complement of place, which is at Macy's. He plays soccer and baseball. Subject, verb, complement. We have pizza for dinner. Subject, verb, complement. Okay. So the simple present in the affirmative form, it's very particular. You will find that the verb is just the way it's in the dictionary. La manera en que encontramos un verbo en el diccionario es la forma simple del presente o la forma del presente simple. Okay, so it's very easy. But in the third person singular, that means he, she, it, we need to add an additional letter here, which is the third person singular s. En todas las terceras personas singulares, he, she, it, necesitamos agregar esa e al final del verbo. No es un plural, es una forma particular de la tercera persona en inglés. De resto, como pueden observar, you can repeat after me. There's no S. I play cards. You play cards. He plays cards. She plays cards. It plays cards. We play cards. They play cards. Okay? So remember, all verbs in the third person singular need an S. All the rest of the forms don't need it. Let's go now with the negative form of the simple present. We need a subject. We will have the auxiliary verb do plus the negative particle not, the verb, the main verb, and the complement. Let's check these examples. They, the subject, don't, the negative particle plus the auxiliary, work, the verb, at Macy's, the complement. Remember that the contraction is just a way to speak and not a way to say something different. It's just the way we speak, so this is not don't. Okay, let's go here first. We do not have pizza for dinner. We don't have pizza for dinner. And see that there is no S here. There is no S for the third person singular. What happened? When we are using the auxiliary verb, we take the auxiliary and do, and we add the letter E and the letter S to form the third person singular. Okay, let me write it down here, which is does not, which is the form of the third person singular, and we drop the E, no tenemos la E. Okay, let's see it here. Do plus not, and you can repeat after me. I don't play cards. You don't play cards. He doesn't play cards. She doesn't play cards. It doesn't play cards. We don't play cards. And they do not play cards. So the third person singular S, we eliminate that and we representamos the third person singular with the auxiliary only.